My name is Jerry Guidera. I live over on Gray Street. I grew up in Amherst. We moved here when I was 10 years old from Spain.
So when did you get involved in this issue, though?
Well, I was one of the people who started the Amherst for All campaign and started the signature campaign. We started it a couple of summers ago, almost kind of on a whim. I'd like to say it was an idea from my friend Bear, who said the only way to change the government structure is to go through this petition process, and so we did it. You might recall 10 years ago, the last time it was done by a gentleman in town here, it took him 4 years or 3 or 4 years to get the petitions necessary. We did it in 4 months. We had a robust campaign. We had a bunch of people working together. And I was actually quite surprised at the number of people who were involved in this. I actually didn't really think at first when we launched it that we would be able to go through with the full debate, the creation of the Charter Commission, which passed by nearly 2/3. And then now the 9 candidates in this proposal.
So were you on town meeting?
Yeah, I've been on town meeting for, I don't know, something like seven or 8 years.
Okay, cool.
It took me actually 3 tries to get on because precinct 9 is the most competitive. There are 24 candidates for 9 seats, so, whereas most of the other seats are not competitive. So I felt like a minority in the sense that I had to actually hustle for my vote and my seat. When, if you came from precinct 5, like Jim Oldham and Mary Street and the rest of these folks or one of the other precincts, you just got on because you were one of the 7 candidates for 8 seats.
Yeah.
But that wasn't really it. I mean, I don't mind that aspect of it. What frustrated me the most about town meeting was really the debate process and the fact that you couldn't actually engage people. You couldn't debate somebody. If somebody came up and said, actually, it turns out the world is flat. If Columbus had been a town meeting member and said the world is flat, you wouldn't have been able to challenge him. You'd have to go to the moderator and say, moderator, may I challenge him on this based on science? You can't. There's simply no mechanism for it. So that's what motivated me.
And are there particular votes or issues that you
No,
felt like they were wrong on, or is it more just you feel like there are certain things they couldn't get done that you wish they
Well,
had gotten
I
done?
certainly feel that they were wrong on the votes that I proposed. Like I proposed a few zoning changes, but I got 2 zoning changes through. Zoning is a perfect example. That should not be handled by town meeting. It's a complex issue. I don't even understand it. I just know, there are trade-offs. I fixed up the old Boys and Girls Club. I started Amherst Works. I fixed up a few other houses, some renovation projects. I have particular interest in historic buildings. So I like to repurpose old buildings. Some of them can be, some of them can't be. It's not the most economical. You're not going to get the best ROI on those. I'll tell you that much. I've lost money on the Hills House project, on the old Boys and Girls Club project that I redid. But I value those projects.
Yeah.
I think that the repurposing of the First National Bank building as Amherst Works is a perfect kind of project. It's a new business model, and it's also the reusing of an older building. So, but you can't do that with something like the corner where the Bart's building is. You can't do that with buildings that are not suited for repurposing. You can't do that with a gas station. In order to redevelop that area, you'd have to actually go down and dig up all of those gas tanks. And the same with the old bowling alley where Faces used to be, and I think there should be a downtown urban corridor. I think there should be infill from Triangle, from Kendrick Park to the town common, and that's what I had proposed.
And are you involved in either of the 2 ones that went up recently?
No, I'm not. But they're friends of mine, and I'm a supporter of those types of projects where you get infill.
I've seen some stuff on the other side website where they look at centralization of property ownership in downtown. I know it's a worry that they talk about. How would you respond to that?
You think it's bad now? You should have seen it in 1800.
Okay.
This is what happens in New England. You have small family, most of the properties are owned by a consolidation of small groups of families. It could happen, not just New England, it happens across America. What I would argue is support density in the village centers, especially in the downtown corridor, and in the other places that we've all agreed to designate as a village center. The master plan has a plan. We're just not following it.